Hey there, everyone, and welcome to today's live nichebot call-in show. And this is the place where you get the intervention you need to blow past the obstacles that stand in your way. And there's no reason that they should stand in your way after you get involved in your own success. And this is where it all comes together. And I am your host and founder of nichebot X since 2004. And let me tell you real quickly why I created this live call-in show for gold and platinum users. For one, people blow right past the quick start guide. That is the foundation. And I believe really the content here is customized towards you every week. And I believe what you need is intervention on issues that are affecting you right now. If I keep throwing more and more information at you, it's just going to confuse you, make you go off in other directions. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help you achieve your goals, whether it be keyword research, website promotion, SEO, all that sort of stuff can be covered right here live on the show. Now, this show is about getting clarity and having breakthroughs, because one of the issues and the biggest issues here on the internet for many business owners is, what does all this stuff mean? How do I do it? How do I put it all together? Putting it all together, it took me, myself, 3 to 4 years. And breakthroughs really come with what you have to do in order to build a muscle. In order to build a muscle, you've got to work that muscle out. So breakthroughs come from repeated exposure to using techniques that work. I mean, look, if you start out right away doing some sort of a promotion technique that doesn't work, does that mean it doesn't really work? Or maybe your skill level wasn't quite there to get the result. Same thing when you pick up a golf club. When you pick up a golf club, you don't immediately start hitting 300-yard drives. It just doesn't happen that fast. You got to practice at it. And sometimes in cases, it could take for you to even, depending on whether you're a man or a woman, it could take you a year or two to actually start hitting a ball 200-300 yards. And I could tell you from first-hand experience, I was lucky enough to within about 1.5 to 2 years of screwing around, I was able to finally get my golf ball about 270 yards. That was the furthest I've ever been able to. And, of course, we're talking about keeping it straight as well. But I didn't get there until I probably hit a good 600 to 1,000 balls. So you've got to ask yourself, how much are you practicing? How much are you conditioning your mind on a daily basis to become the success you want to be? Because I'm going to tell you, once you get to that person, you are envisioning yourself to be the success you are. You're going to be someone totally different with a whole new set of habits, and that's what you have to do, is getting today from where you are today, that is producing the results you are having right now, to the person you want to envision yourself being, you know, a year from now, 6 months from now. And you're going to grow in leaps and bounds, and your habits are going to be completely different because you're going to be stacking on so much more stuff. But it all starts with having a core of mastering one thing. Now, there will be a replay of this show from the live show directory at nichebot.com/live show. And it's not going to be a Camtasia video, but it'll be a Flash movie, which you will also have a link and an option to be able to download it later on. Now, you should share in my epiphany that I had back in 2004 when discovering the power, excuse me, the power, got a little hair caught in my throat there, the power of backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Well, they're basically, you see links all over the web, links that basically connect one web page to another, and the link that is pointing from one page to another page, the link on the other page, or when we're at the other website, the link that's coming from the original site that's pointing at it is called a backlink, or any sort of link pointing to your site, your website, your web property that you are trying to get ranked in the engines. Any site that outside of your site that's pointing a link to your site is a backlink. and it could come from good sites, it could come from bad sites, it could come from neutral sites, it can come from article directories, it can come from all over the place. It could come from an education site, because I actually, even nichebot has, I think, a link on the Cornell University's ergonomic division's site. We have a link there. I think we've had a link there for years to nichebot, and I don't know if it's been taken down, but so you can have links from governmental properties, you can have them from educational institutions. Those are really valuable links. Those are those backlinks. And the real epiphany is using the keyword phrase in the hyperlink. Now, how do you do that? Well, you're going to use your keyword phrase right here between the greater than sign here and the less than sign. Okay, this is where your keyword phrase goes. And you don't want to put something like click here or your company name or whatever. You want to put your keyword phrase that you want to rank for right there. Okay, and so I discovered the power of backlinks back in 2004, and I showed you an example of what a backlink is. And I used reciprocal linking, which is not too very popular right now, to get backlinks to nichebot, and a lot of sites still out there do it. Now, I'm not saying that it's not working or it's not popular. It still is. People are still exchanging links out there, and I started stacking on other types of ways to do backlinks, like article marketing and other ways of getting backlinks. And you should find whatever style of inbound linking that suits you best, but I highly recommend you incorporate this into all of your website promotional activities. Now, getting an inbound link to your site will always trump content on your page. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's just say you already have a top #1 position for, let's say, all-inclusive vacation packages, and the top site has beat you out, and you're at the #5 position, and your competition you're trying to beat is at #1. Now, you got to go find out and see how many backlinks they have. But you don't want to just go see how many backlinks their site has, because that can be misleading. You want to see how many backlinks there are to their site with the actual keyword phrase all-inclusive vacation packages, because you'll find out that there may not be that many backlinks to them. Let's say that they have 10 backlinks to their site with the word all-inclusive vacation packages. Well, what does that mean? That means actually that if you can get 12, or depending on the quality of those links from those 10 different places, if you can get 10, 15, 20 links of equivalent or slightly lower link strength value, you can still beat that person out for the top #1 position on that site. Now, this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is a live, real thing going on. I'm just trying to give you an example of how content can always be trumped. Look, you could have a blank page and have links pointing at a site, and you can outrank a site that has actual text on the page. It's really weird. I mean, you've seen it all the time. You've seen how some of these pictures or some of these movies rank that have nothing but flash video on their page, and the way they rank so high is because they have what? They have inbound links pointing to their page. So that's what I mean by getting inbound links always trumps content on your page. Now, if you want to find alternative ways, there's an article at the top of Google. If you type in "How to Build Links 2009" in Google for additional ways to get backlinks, you'll read there's a number of various ways, not just reciprocal links, not just article marketing. There's a bunch of different ways, and some of my favorite ways are listed right within that article. Now, like I said, this show is about getting clarities and having breakthroughs like you would not believe. That's because, honestly, I'm going to tell you, nothing happens until you stretch yourself above where you are. You cannot be comfortable where you are at right now. If you are comfortable, I can tell you are either not making money or you're making too much money. Now, let me go over real quickly the ground rules for this call, and everyone right now is muted on the line right now. And if you want to go ahead and ask a question, I'm going to unmute people shortly in just a minute. You want to ask a question anytime during this webinar, just go ahead and answer it. Go ahead and type it in. Type that question into your right-hand panel up in your upper right-hand screen. Now, if you do want to have a live chat, and that's fine, you can just keep typing through your question panel. You don't have to interact in a live manner, but if you'd like to interact live and call yourself out, just go ahead, type in live chat in front of the question if you want to interact so I can unmute you. Now, I'm going to go from about 60 to 90 minutes depending on the number of questions and my energy, but I have been known to go for about 2 to 3 hours depending on the interaction and the energy level of the crowd. Now, let's go ahead and go right ahead and get into live show interaction, and I know that we have Jake and Ryan on the phone, and he is one of our eager students that is continuously stretching himself to want to improve himself and realizes that he is going to definitely need to build seriously some real skill in the writing department to be able to be a long-term successful entrepreneur. Ken, are you on the show?
Amen, brother.
Hey, man. Are you feeling me, brother?
I can feel you, man.
All right, cool. Well, if you're feeling me, then we're gonna have some good times on the line tonight. We're gonna go ahead and go over to Jake and Ryan's site, and I know you wanted me to review some of your articles, right? And we want to go to Cancun, Mexico deals.
Yep.
All right, cool. Okay, now I know this time I'm going to start seeing I'm going to start seeing definitely some serious focus and laser focus on your articles that you are putting into your site now, right?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, cool. So, what's the first article you want me to look at?
The one that says timeshare owners suffer high maintenance costs.
Okay, what about this one? Is this an old one?
That's an old one. That's the one that you said is kind of crazy because it's got pictures all over the place and doesn't really...
Exactly. No focus. Having one picture, look, I'm not saying one picture there doesn't set the mood for the whole thing, but you got to carry it with your conversation, right?
Yeah, and I didn't need to put all these tours down here underneath, so...
yeah, you want to kind of think about strategically. See, because when you do this, this is going to make people click away from your site. So you want to find ways of keeping them on your site while giving them useful information. Does that make sense?
That's it, yeah.
One of the other things I also see going on here is out here, for whatever reason, you see this here?
Yeah.
Your formatting is going out. I don't know why that's happening. I'd have to look at your stuff, but that's not good.
I basically type it all in WordPad and then just paste it in.
Yeah. So see how these pictures have to blend in with whatever the conversation. Yeah. I mean, the person's going to be like, okay, what does this relate to? Okay. What does this relate to? And we don't know really where to look what it relates to. You know what I mean? There's got to be some reason to have that story tie in with the story, the words tie in with the pictures. So it's got to work in there. Okay, so let's go up and now take a look at your stuff. Okay, the new stuff. Okay, so the first one is timeshare owners suffer high maintenance costs. Losing value, a new and improved timeshare takes its place. Okay. So why are we going off in timeshare direction?
Going off in a timeshare because I'm showing people that there is something better than the old timeshare.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
And
but this is more of
make the
go ahead.
Maintenance is a high point, but then actually go back into the membership at the bottom. The bottom part of the article
talks
more about the new timeshare.
Okay. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is, though, why did we go off and start talking about timeshares versus Cancun?
because I did a keyword search and timeshare came up a number of times in the
Came up a lot more? What are we talking about?
timeshare came up quite a bit. Timeshare sale, timeshare resale, timeshare budget.
Okay, that's fine, but then you're drifting off topic on this Cancun site.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with I don't have an issue with what you're doing, but again, it's going off in another direction. But the thing is you need to build content about Cancun. I mean, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if this is going to be the offer page, then you need to make an offer page. And I don't have any issue with you. I don't have any issue with you going off into the timeshare slot, but I would, instead of focus, this is fine, but instead of when you do the offer page, I want you to focus on people getting vacations forever.
Right.
Okay. So, and maybe this article could be it. I don't know. I haven't read the body of this. But I could tell you this whole block of sentence, this is way too much. I don't even want to try to read this. I mean,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say that they shouldn't be more than 300 words.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to look at, let's go over. Let's once again go over to eZine articles now. If you're actually doing these articles side by side, okay, if you're doing it side by side with this, and you're, okay, so let's just go look at some Cancun articles. Okay, here's Cancun vacation tips. Let's see. Let's see if there's Cancun timeshare resorts. Cancun timeshare rentals. Cancun timeshare rental, make your friends jealous with a Cancun blah blah blah. Okay, so now let's see how people are selling Cancun timeshare rental. Now, first of all, you see the sentence? Okay, I mean, that's probably, inside of this is going to be maybe 3 lines. Okay, so this should be your paragraph right here. Okay, let me go. Do you get my emails?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't gotten emails lately.
Okay. Well, if you go to the blog, you'll see there's a recent thing. Now, look at how short my paragraphs are. Are you spotting this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now if this was wider, now these would probably be 1 line,
One
2
line.
2 lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes it easy to read, right? Doesn't it make it easy to look at?
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
So, that's what I want you to do, man. Okay? I need you to break this stuff up. Break it up so it's easy to do. So it's easy to see, okay? I mean, if one sentence really relates to it, I don't want you to do what they taught you in school. I need you to erase that stuff from your brain, and I need all new stuff to get put in there. Make sense?
Right. I got you.
Okay. Now, okay, so timeshare, now, I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with this. But let's go see how people are selling, okay? Okay. So this is Cancun timeshare rental. Make your friends jealous with a Cancun timeshare rental. Now, obviously, it sounds like he's trying to stuff twice here. You see this?
Yep.
Okay. But this is good. He's getting his keyword in there twice. I don't think that's a great idea. I think he should do it slightly differently, but whatever. So he starts off his article with a question, and this is usually probably a good way of doing this. And we're going to I'm going to show you how I create an article and what I'm going to want to do. But the biggest thing is you have to have a target for what your article is going to be about. So if your article is going to be about Cancun timeshare rental, which is obviously the keyword this person's going for. Now, if you notice here, he's going after timeshare rental. He's going after timeshare. Now, one of the things he could have done here is he could have combined this so he gets a slightly different ranking. So he can rank for the one word and the two word. Now, one of the other things here is that you've got to, like I said, you've got to have a target. Is it going to be your landing page? Is it going to be, what are you going to take the person to? You've got to have yourself a plan in when you're devising this thing. When you're devising your system, your path, because you've got to have to plan out the landing page as well to make sure that's going to fit with this theme if you're going to go with Cancun timeshare rental. Now, obviously, this is including that stuff that you're talking about here. And this is fine. This is a valuable article. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but I don't know if you want to go down this road when you can. Let's see how someone else is doing it. Now, so they start off with a question. Are you tired of, and this is the important part I want you to understand. This is all about sales. When you ask someone a question, they are, in a way, literally saying and answering the questions that you ask them. And one of the things that I learned in doing face-to-face sales and sales over the phone is the fact that you have to ask questions of somebody. And now there is a chemical reaction that happens in the brain of the person that you're asking the questions of, is the fact that this person really cares about me. You understand the psychology?
Yeah, they don't care how much you know until you know how much you care.
Well, you have to ask questions. And for one, when you do face-to-face sales, you have to ask questions in order to even understand if your prospect qualifies for your product. You've got to be a responsible salesperson. See, I mean, you're not going to sell you're not going to be selling like a laptop to a blind person. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, you want to do something in someone's best interest. So now, the whole point of qualifying is the fact that you ask a question. So now, that's how this guy starts off his copy, his article. Are you tired of unfulfilled vacations that are more of a hassle than a relaxation? And then he goes and he asks another question. Do you want to know how to enjoy your vacation and allow your entire family to have a great time? There is only one way to go for the best and most relaxing vacation of your life, and that is with a Cancun timeshare rental. Timeshares are great, and here is why. Now, do you see how clear and crystal clear the intention of the article is displayed in the first paragraph without getting too worried?
Yes.
Okay. And it got straight to the point. And it qualified you by asking a couple of questions. And that's so important because if the person says yes, they're going to continue to read, correct?
Yeah.
Now, and so the person says timeshares are great, and here is why, okay? He goes on to say, you have two different options with timeshares. You can find someone that already owns one and rent it off to them, or rent it off of them. Craigslist and your local classifieds are great for this. Your other option is to buy one yourself, use it, and rent it out to cover your costs. Okay, so within the second paragraph, do you believe that this article has already given some valuable information? That was a question, Ken. Do you
Yeah.
believe this?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay, because they've already now told you that you could go look at Craigslist to go look for, or look in your close local classifieds to find timeshares.
Right.
Okay, so they've already delivered on some of the goods, right, just in the second paragraph. So you've got to ask yourself, you got to look at your article and say, what am I delivering? Is it really clear what I'm about to talk about in my article? Let's go look back right now at your article. Okay. The old way. Okay, we don't even know what that is. Because I know what we're talking about. We're talking about timeshares, but you never introduced the topic. You're just the old way. Travelers at one time loved their timeshare. When it came to vacationing and have been experiencing the top resorts, timeshare owners enjoyed those luxuries. It was usually only for a particular week and a particular resort. From world-class customer service and amenities that, I don't even know where this is going. The thing is it's not getting to the point right away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still a little bit off. We need to get honed in. So let's get back onto the third paragraph. Now, he's told us how we can find timeshares, or the fact is we have to buy our own, and then, wow, we can ingeniously rent it out to cover your own costs. Now, you can actually get a timeshare for a very affordable price, especially if you get into a newer one that is in the process of building all their different buildings. We are going to assume that you buy a timeshare, let's say in Cancun, and keep it for 20 years. If you get 2 weeks every year and you can split it into 2 different trips, you can go to Cancun once a year and rent it out once a year as well. So how much can you get this type of timeshare for? We will use a figure that is on the very high-end price of $20,000. Then add a $250 a year for maintenance, so the total will be $25,000. That is not much considering what you pay for a vacation each year. So over 20 years, that will be $1,250 a year, but there will be interest, so we will need to round it up to $1,500 a year. If you use it for one of your 2 weeks, then you have a great resort vacation with everything you need, and all you need to deal with is airfare, food, and extras. Is all this speaking very clear? I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Then if you rent it out for the other week, you can get some of your money back. Let's say you charge $1,000 a week for the rental. This is a bit low, but it will work. Now, you have a Cancun vacation each year and $1,000 coming in each year from your timeshare. So it ends up costing you all of $500 a year for 20 years, then just $250 for maintenance each year after that. On top of this, you will be able to enjoy many pools, tennis courts, golf courses, top restaurants, live entertainment, and many other great amenities on the resort. You will also get travel discounts for car rentals, airfare, and stays at other resorts within the network as well. A Cancun timeshare rental is great for those of you that love to vacation once a year, and when you give it away as a wedding gift for a week, or you rent it out for a friend, you will make them so jealous that they will want to either rent it from you again or buy their own. Discover all the secret Cancun timeshare rental and regrowing hair. Whoa. Get the information you need right here. I don't know about that regrowing hair, but let's go take a look at his site. Now it looks like that his site. Now this is a great article about timeshare rentals, right? But then it looks like it goes to a baldness tip site. Okay, so now it's going to an AdSense site. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's a waste of real good content. But anyways, this is a good article. So I'm going to tell you, this is a great article. It's a great lead-in. And it's really, really clear, and it's using that, breaking up the paragraphs really nice and neat. You know what I mean?
I see that.
Okay, so you want to find this, you want to find these kind of articles, and you want to just kind of go, I mean, go do this article, go take this article and rewrite it in your own words. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even though a lot of the stuff he's saying is not all the truth, but it does sell the sizzle, set of the steak. So.
Well, whatever is not true on what he's talking about, you can correct in your own self.
Yeah.
Okay? Anyways, so, but that's where we need to go is you need to introduce the topic, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that just looks like yeah, that doesn't look easy to read. It looks like it'd be hard to...
I don't even want to try to attempt to read it. And you need to, it needs to really be easy to understand for a sixth grader.
Right.
Now, I mean, listen, I'm starting to read this, and I'm like starting to jump. Okay, luxury resort clubs. Now, I don't even know if a sixth grader would know what a luxury resort club is. But, okay, they have tried tweaking the timeshare membership and ownership into a vacation club. These memberships are for those people that have given up. Okay, you have to tell right in the beginning, what exactly your article is about, or else you're going to lose your person right up front. In this article, I'm going to discuss, and you have to force yourself to do it. You'll become a better writer, but sometimes you just have to be obvious about what you're talking about, you know? You see, this person now, okay, so this person has written an article about Cancun tips, right? Now, what they are doing here is they go right into it. They're going, okay, Cancun vacation tips, okay? It is advisable to make copies of your passport, tickets, credit cards, blah, blah. This is very humdrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very, boring. I'm about to fall asleep. Okay, click. But you may, for certain people that may be fine, but I'm more of like this. This is how you get someone, you give them a little bit of information, useful but helpful information, and then you get them to your site. But of course you don't send them to a baldness tip site. That's just stupid. Anyways, I guess apparently he thinks that a lot of bald people are searching for Cancun timeshares. Okay. Here's another one. No. Timeshare vacation membership, Cancun, Mexico. Okay, here, let's see what this one is. Timeshare. So, okay, so here, this tells us exactly what we need to know, right? What does this tell us? Timeshare vacation membership, Cancun, Mexico. Okay, this is the way that eZine Articles wants you to write it. They want you to have your introduction title here, and then they go your benefit here. Okay, so timeshare vacation membership, Cancun, Mexico. A beautiful, relaxing vacation for much less. Aha. So this triggers what? Savings button, right?
Savings value, yeah.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden, this article title tells me if I read this article, I'm going to find a way to get a vacation for what? For less. So now, what we want to do is let's take a look at the article body. So they've got us hooked now on the title, right? Now we're ready to read. There's no doubt about it. If you don't read this information and you do buy a timeshare or even go to sites like Expedia, Travelocity, and Priceline before you read it, in my opinion, you will lose literally thousands of dollars on your vacations over your lifetime of travel. I honestly wish I could have known about this years ago. It's really disheartening to think of the thousands of dollars I have wasted taking vacations without this membership. So they're now telling us it's a membership. With this exclusive timeshare membership club, you can travel to some of the most beautiful parts of the world. You will save money. You will get to stay at 4- and 5-star resorts. You will be able to travel worldwide. You will be able to travel as many times per year as you want. Blah 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 blah. It sounds like more vacations. Now the thing is this I don't really dig this article. I think it's a little overdone. Looks like Global Resorts Network.
Global Resort Network.
Is this you?
No, I
You know somebody?
Been with them before.
You have been with them?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Anyways, so obviously the person's trying to sell from here. Not a good idea. Bad idea. They shouldn't talk about the membership at all, as far as I'm concerned. They should be talking about the benefits and how much they save, and they get into a little bit too much. I would make it a little bit more brief and less. Hang on. Okay, I would make this a little bit more brief and get someone to my site to the click. I would talk more about the the benefits. So I don't really think this is a great article, honestly. I like the other one though. Here's another one: Cancun all-inclusive resorts. You wanted to write about all-inclusive resorts.
People love all-inclusive resorts.
Yes, but this is again going to the same gal that we just saw. So she's obviously selling. She's your competition, but she's doing it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You notice she's doing it wrong here.
Yeah.
Look at click here to learn more. She's using the wrong no keywords. Bad. She's not getting any credit to her site. Doing it all wrong. Anyways, bad. I don't like that article either. So let's see what else we got here. Here's something good. Okay, here's a good article. If someone wants to know the advantages of timeshare ownership, boom.
And they do 10 different.
Yeah, when you become a new timeshare reseller, you might not be knowledgeable about the advantages you will be getting. In addition to the 70% you are going to save off retail price, the other advantages are owning a timeshare provides you with large funds that are not something you get with large funds that are not something you get with rent. I guess I don't understand that.
I don't either.
You get the top of the line value for your vacation. I agree. It depends on the timeshare, of course. The cost of the hotel room will be higher than the timeshare. Absolutely. Not only will you get a room, you get a kitchen, dining, and living room. That's absolutely true. You will get a full furnishings and amenities. Absolutely true. Hot tubs and fireplaces are available. That's true. Of course, not every unit. Towels, blankets, sheets are provided. That's true. Televisions, VCRs, forks, spoons, and house cleaner service are regular. It depends on the place. Getting the timeshare now will give you the locked-in rates before they go up. That's absolutely true. I got a timeshare back in 2001 with my wife in Hawaii. Or no, hang on. No, got it in 2000. And we've had it ever since, and that thing's now worth double the price that we bought it. So that's absolutely true. That the rates go up, absolutely. You can take the savings on the rent and put it into something you can own, absolutely. So now you notice this guy's using hypertext right here, right? Timeshare owner means. I don't know that's a very good...
Means
I don't know that's a very good keyword that he's using. Anyway, so he goes, when you are the owner of a timeshare, you want to control a vacation home that is within your financial reach. In contrast, the timeshare will give you the amount of time you need to own one, unlike the yearly vacation house. The yearly responsibilities are eliminated when you choose the timeshare over home ownership. You also get rid of the maintenance fees, utility charges, taxes, insurance, and house cleaner
That's
services.
not true.
Yeah, that isn't true. Well, there are some actual timeshares that actually have no points, no ownership fees, but you only get a certain amount of time too. I actually have an ownership in Cancun. I actually have one in Cabo San Lucas, which is, yeah, but this has no maintenance points whatsoever. But of course, I have to pay for. I get a special locked-in nightly rate, which is like $49 at a $200 resort. So I have 3 different timeshares, so I know about all the different types of. I've seen them all. You name them, I've seen them. I own them. Okay. So this is a bad use of keyword phrase. You buy timeshares. That's a bad use of Cancun, Mexico. That's a good use of keyword phrase, but it's too short because people don't just type in Cancun, Mexico. So this person really, again, doesn't know what they're doing. Excellent to have a list. It's really important to make sure that you actually
understand it.
it's understandable when someone says owning a timeshare provides you with a large funds. Okay, where are the large funds? They are now out of my account since I bought the timeshare. Anyway, so like I said, I wanted to take this time to kind of go through what I do in my process to go through and
Pick out articles.
pick out and write one. So that's what we're going to go do right now, and that's what I'm going to go right now, and we're going to go through the steps of what I do. So I'm going to pop out myself a little notepad here. Okay, so first thing, as always, target. Okay, and for you it's going to be travelmore.com, you know, JK Ryan or whatever it is, right? Okay, so that's going to be yours. So now I'm going to do this as if it was my site, and I'm going to, let's say that my object is my site equals site example equals Hawaii timeshare getaways. Okay?
Okay.
That's the site I wanted to go to. And I want to get them interested in object is getting valuable information across about educating for timeshares as well as getting and then getting people to my site. Target equals, okay, so this is creating article to get people for timeshare Hawaii timeshare rental site. Okay, so site example, Hawaii timeshare getaways, that's just an example. The object is to get valuable information across about educating for timeshare, educating people about timeshares, and then getting people to my site to have them call and book the resort of their choice. Okay. So that's my object. Now you understand, you see this is very important because this targets your mind exactly at what you're going to do in the article, literally sort of consciously pre-planning it. Now the target is get click from article to my site, right? So I now have my goal, correct?
Right.
You never start without a goal. Okay, don't ever start an article without knowing what your outcome or your goal is. Okay? 2, okay, so for you, this is, you know, hang on. Click to, for this is going to be, for you, click to your Cancun, Mexico deal site, right? For continued reading.
Expensive, yeah.
Okay, you want to be more expansive, right? Let me go ahead and turn off that alarm before it gets too annoying. All right. Sorry for that interruption there. We are getting back to things here on the article lowdown. All right. So, I've got my target, which means I also have my offer. Okay? My offer is, I know what my offer is. I'm trying to get people to is, I'm going to get people to click over to find out more about my offer when they get to my site. All right, so I've got my target, and now I'm going to be targeting Hawaii getaways. So now I need to go get my keywords and do my keyword research. So I'm going to want to log into nichebot. And I'm going to do a couple of searches. Using the quick digging tools, I use the word tracker tool. So Hawaii timeshare, I'm going to be looking for. Okay, I'm only getting back about 4 of them, and there's not too many things going on with Hawaii timeshare. Let's see what other keywords people are using with just Hawaii. Hawaii exotic girls are big, wow.
Tropical, I think, too.
History, yeah, exotic, Hawaii exotic. Probably tropical, yeah. Okay, so this doesn't seem, we see cheap Hawaii vacation, a lot of factual stuff about Hawaii. All-inclusive vacations, there we go. That seems to be popular. Hawaii travel packages, that's a good one too. get people to look at look at and consider a timeshare resort. But now I'm going to also go over to the Google tool, and let's go ahead and Hawaii timeshare. Nichebot, give it to me, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Timeshares for sale. Hawaii rental. That's a good one. Hawaii. See, this is why we do these searches, because we may not find the word we're using properly. I'm using timeshare. Some people may be using rental. See what I'm saying, J.K. Ryan?
Okay.
So that's why we want to make sure to look through all these. And I'm just doing preliminary keyword research here. Okay, so timeshare for sale, vacation rental, Hawaii. What was that? Hawaii vacation rentals. So it seems to me that vacation rental is going to be much more popular than timeshare.
Timeshare.
Doesn't it to you?
Yeah.
Hawaii timeshare is right here, and all the rentals are way up here.
And they have the most traffic.
Hawaii rental has 201,000, and the one down here had like 22,000. So
yeah,
it's like, which one do you want to do, you know? Okay, so here's Hawaii condo rental. That's a real big one too, because a lot of people who are looking for Hawaii condo rental may want to rent my vacation timeshare and sell instead. Make sense? So now I've just become a lot more educated just by using the Google tool. I tried using two different tools. I used the word tracker and the Google keywords tool to find out kind of what people are searching for, what's more hot than not. So now, obviously, if you're wanted to save these to a basket, you would have to click the add to the folder right here section. And so I'm now getting the understanding that Hawaiian timeshare, I'm seeing the keyword being something along the line of Hawaiian timeshare condo rentals. You see how I'm kind of getting the blend of that? See, here's condo rentals, Hawaii. And see, I went from going from timeshare stuff to going to where the traffic is.
Yeah.
Make sense? Okay, and this is all just by looking at where this is the high demand up here and the low demand's down here. Okay, and these aren't all the keywords that we can get into. But there should be more searches if we want to go, say, if we want to go to the keywords tool and make that another search in there, we'd probably find timeshare rental is usually probably, let's just go do it. So Hawaii rental.
Oh, rental.
No, we don't want to do timeshare because we're not going to get that much. But you see, vacation rentals has 113. There was like only 10 for timeshare. But this is, remind you, this is only in the word tracker database. So, so we see vacation rentals, Hawaii rentals. It doesn't look like there's a lot of searches here, but you got to remember this is a smaller database. Okay, so we've now figured out that Hawaii vacation rental is what I want to target. Okay, so keyword research. So I'm going to make some notes here. Vacation rentals. Hawaii vacation rentals. Hawaii condo rentals. What else?
I think, wasn't there budget?
Cheap vacations or something? Cheap vacations? See? Hawaii vacation condo rentals. See? I already had my eye on it right there. Oh, look at that. Here's another one. Beachfront condo vacation rentals in Hawaii. I'm going to take that keyword. That's a good one. Okay, so let's go back and see here. Let's go. I want to even go back to the Google Keywords tool. I'm just hitting my back button is all I'm doing. And it's reloading my keyword research. I love it. You're using nichebot, right, JK?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, because it really, I mean, it puts you in touch with what your audience is thinking. Okay, so we've got condo rentals, Hawaii condo rental, timeshares for rent, we don't really care. Hawaii rental house. I like Hawaii rental house. Don't know why, but I can get some traffic off that. Oh, look at this one. See this? Vacation ownership. 33,000. But it doesn't pertain to what I'm doing, so. Here is, what was it?
What's a good ratio between clicks and competition?
There's no good ratio. I don't really care. I don't really care. Because it doesn't really matter. I mean, the competition here, I mean, I could probably take out the competition with enough backlinks. And this number is very skin deep. You have to take a look at the sites that have the backlinks, see how many backlinks they have.
Okay.
And there's a
tool. How do you find out that?
You just go into, what I would recommend is you go download this, SEO Quake, download this toolbar, and what it does is it gives you, let's see, you'll see here, it gives you all this extra data down here over your Google listings. Mm-hmm. Let me show you here. This is all the information it shows right here. Shows you the page rank of the page. Let me show you. So when you visit any page, you see what it does right here. It's got a little information bar that shows right here at the top of the page, and it shows you the Google page rank. It shows you the number of index pages, the number of links, the number of links to the page, the number of links to the domain, the number of links here, the density, and all that stuff. So, and you see if you use it on your Google page when you're doing searches, you see it overlays these extra numbers right underneath here. All these are extra data that's coming from this toolbar that you install. It's totally free. It's called SEOquake.com. Okay, so we got to keep forging forward. So we are right now on keyword research, and we've got, let me see if I'm satisfied yet with what we've got. Hawaii timeshare is something I want to get on there. Okay. All right. Hawaii condo rental. Let me see if I got that. Yeah. Hawaii condo rental. Cool. Okay. So I've got that all done. Hawaii condos for rent.